Welcome to VetYogi Veterinary Wellbeing series. This time I have a really special guest. This is Nat Scroggie from This Vet Runs. So needless to say, for this video, we're going to be doing a short sequence for yoga for runners. So we're going to be hitting all of those key areas: piriformis, IT band, hamstrings, quads, all the areas that can tighten up. To help you, it would be ideal if you had a yoga strap, but if you don't have a strap, you can use a belt or even a rolled up towel. Just get creative. It's just something to help you in our reclined postures. So we're going to start in extended child's pose, get into the hips. It's time for stethoscope down, yoga up. That's lovely, Nat. So if you'd like to get into an extended child's pose for me. So knees out to the width of your mat. As you can see here, if we have our toes touching and our hips are sinking back over our heels, relaxing the back down, forehead to the floor, arms out nice and straight. And if you actually lift the elbows, you'll get a little bit more of a nice shoulder stretch. How are you finding that, Nat?
I'm not very good at it, but it feels nice.
You're doing okay. Just remember, yoga is not about being good or bad. It's about doing what you can do with your mind and body on the day. So we're just going to use this posture to settle in. You might be feeling this a little bit in your hips. How about you, Nat?
Hips and shoulders.
Hips and shoulders, lovely. So just taking some nice deep inhalations and exhalations through the nose. And this is also a really nice posture to do some of the belly breathing that we've done in other videos. So you can really relax the abdomen here. So maybe as you're inhaling, allowing the belly to fill like a balloon, and then passively recoiling as we exhale. Lovely. And just taking a moment to settle into your body, settle into the practice, checking in with yourself, how you're feeling at the moment. Maybe you're tired if you've been doing a lot of training. And just breathing. One nice big round of inhales and exhales. Lovely. And then on your next exhalation, bringing the knees together and coming up into a nice neutral all fours position. So from here, we're just going to go through a few rounds of cat-cow. So just making sure that the hands are under the elbows, elbows are under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Taking care not to lock out the elbows, keeping a light micro bend there. And for cow pose, as we inhale, our shoulder blades are going to come together, relaxing the belly down, lifting the head as long as we have no neck injuries. Exhaling through to cat, so shoulder blades pulling apart, arching through the back and relaxing the head. Lovely. And just take 3 to 4 rounds at your own pace. So again, just taking care not to lock out the elbows. Lovely. Pushing through the feet for stability, and that's it. Relaxing the belly down as we come through cat. Brilliant. And this movement is really about the shoulders, so protracting and retracting as we move through our cat-cow. So really mindfully pay attention to what your shoulder blades are doing as you work through this posture. Lovely. And then next round, come back to a nice neutral spine. Brilliant. Relaxing the neck when you're ready, and we're going to do some gentle core flow just to warm up the body. So what we're going to do is, as we inhale, we're going to lift our right arm and left leg up, beautiful. And as we exhale, we're going to bring knee to elbow, arching the back, really nice. Now engaging core there. Inhaling, reaching through the arm and the foot, beautiful. Exhaling, rounding through the spine. Knee to elbow, one more round. Inhaling, reach, exhaling, round. And this time, we're just going to hold it for a little bit to open up the shoulder. So as we inhale, reaching. As we exhale, see if you can reach behind you and catch your foot. If you can't, you can hold it here, that's absolutely fine. But just make sure the hand is on the outside of the foot so you get this lovely opening of the shoulder, and then turn your body to the front and look forward. And you should feel a nice opening there at the front of the shoulder and a little bit in your quad and psoas. How's that going for you, Nat?
It feels better now I'm a bit straighter.
Brilliant. And just don't forget to breathe. So inhaling deeply and exhaling deeply. One more round of breath, nice big inhalation, and as we exhale, bringing that back down to the all fours position with control. Beautiful. Going to take it to the other side now. Have a little wiggle out, do whatever your body needs. So this time we're going to do left arm, right leg, switching it up. So as we're inhaling, reaching out, beautiful. Exhaling, bringing knee to elbow, rounding through the back, engaging the core. Belly button to spine, brilliant. This is really nice. So you can see Nat's got her foot flex there, that's really nice. You kick out the heels, you get a bit of a stretch in the hamstring. Wonderful. And then one more round, and then we're going to hold it the same as we did on the other side. Lovely. And remember, you can hold it here, this is perfect. But if you've got that little bit more range, you can reach the arm back, catching the outside of the foot for me. There we go. So we've got nice opening in the shoulder, turning the body forward, and remembering to breathe. Nice deep inhales, filling the chest. Exhaling, seeing if we can soften anywhere. And then a nice big inhalation, and this time as we exhale, coming back down onto all fours with control. Having a little wriggle out, whatever your body needs. Lovely. How are we feeling, Nat? Good. Good. So we're going to go up into our downward facing dog now. So from where you are on your hands and knees, tucking the toes. And what we'd like is you to keep your knees bent as much as you need to have a nice straight back. So we tuck the toes, knees come up and back. Straight back here, pushing through all 5 of our fingers. Gentle external rotation with the shoulders. Bending the knees, really lifting the hips up and back. Really nice. Relaxing the head and taking nice deep breaths here. And if your heels are almost on the floor, like Nat's here, you can actually roll your mat up to give you something to push into. How's that getting into your hamstrings, Nat?
Yeah, that's a lot better. I've not done that before.
Brilliant. Or you can use a block, but don't worry too much about getting the heels down. The emphasis is really on a nice flat back. I'm not going to keep you here too much longer, Nat, so just take a nice deep inhalation for me as we exhale, coming back down onto hands and knees with control. Beautiful, and you can take it back to child's pose for a moment, just to have a breather, finding that extension again, and just check in. We've only been doing a few moments, but just quick scan of the body. Are there any areas of tension that you can let go of? Does your body feel any different to how it did when we first started in this posture?
This feels a lot more relaxed. It feels like an enjoyable position, whereas it was quite tight before.
Quite tight, yeah. I think with runners' legs, trying to warm them up a bit so they start to relax is half the battle. So we're really going to get into the legs now. So Nat, if you'd like to come up into a seated position for me and extend the legs out in front of you. Lovely. And just to get the hamstrings slightly warm, this is where your strap, belt, towel, whatever you have to hand is going to come in handy. So Nat, I'll give that to you, and if you could just put that around the balls of your feet for me, and keeping the legs bent as Nat's doing here. So just move that up a bit just so they're on the balls of your feet. Lovely. So make sure you're on your sit bones for me. Inhale, lovely straight back, relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears. So taking inhalation to find length. As we exhale, we're just going to hinge from the hips, coming forward slightly into Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. And where are you feeling this, Nat?
About here.
About here, that's fine. Hamstrings feeling it a little bit? Yeah, brilliant. And just remember, in these postures, you're not fighting to get further. You're finding your place and you're breathing into it. So as we're inhaling, still trying to find length. As we're exhaling, is there anything that we can soften slightly? And it may be that this is as far as you come. You know, these hamstrings need to work hard when we're running marathons like Natalie does. Mine are a little bit more flexible, but then I'm not off running every weekend, so. Breathing here, wonderful. Nice deep inhalation, and as we exhale, finding a natural seated position and relaxing the strap. Perfect. If I could get you to come down on your back now, so nice comfortable lying down position. Brilliant. And once again, we're going to use the strap not to pull, but just to support. So So you might find it easier if you start with your soles of the feet on the floor with bent knees. Lovely. I'm going to give you the strap back, and if you could hook that round your right foot, again, try and find the ball of your foot. Beautiful. And keeping the shoulders on the floor, the chin nice and tucked so you get nice length through the back of the neck. Just extending that right leg up to the ceiling. And remember, it doesn't have to be straight, just as far as you can go. Try and keep those shoulders down on the mat for me. Lovely. And again, we're always trying to find length as we're inhaling. So as we're inhaling, also pushing through the middle of the foot. So push through your big toe. You get a nice stretch on the inside of the leg. Feeling that? Yeah. And exhaling, just seeing if there's anywhere we can soften, or that's lovely. Maybe straightening the leg, or maybe bringing the foot a little bit closer. Just see what you can do. And from here, we're just going to take some nice circles using the strap. So start small, just getting into the hip a little bit. Brilliant. And then gradually making them bigger if you can. Wonderful. Bring it back. How's that feeling?
Better
Yeah.
and better, yeah.
Okay. Just ease into it. Remember, take your time. Be kind to yourself. Lovely. Lovely. And then come back to a nice neutral elevated position for me. This one is particularly good for runners. We're really going to get into the IT band now. So what I'd like Natalie to do, and again you might need to rebend your knee slightly depending on your flexibility, is as you inhale, bring your foot slightly further back towards you. As you exhale, bring the foot across the body, so you're making an L shape. How's that in your IT band? Feeling it on the outer hip? Outer leg?
Yeah.
Inhaling back. Exhaling, returning the foot back to a neutral position. Inhaling the foot back towards you. Exhaling, crossing the body for me. Lovely. Inhaling back and exhaling, returning to neutral. One more time. Inhaling up. Exhaling, crossing the body, feeling it in the IT band. Inhaling back and exhaling nice and neutral. And you can relax that foot down now and give it a bit of a shake out. Lovely. You can even bring your knees into your chest if you like, have a little bit of a rock. How's that? Better? Yeah. Lovely. So we're going to take it to the other side. So if your hamstrings are really tight, I would suggest starting in this position. If you've got a little bit more range, you can actually have your free leg extended out. But catching the ball of the foot, as Nat's done here, keeping those shoulders down, chin nice and relaxed. We're going to start the same way. So just really breathing into that leg, trying to kick up through the ball of our foot, our toe, to get a nice stretch on the inner groin, and trying to relax into the posture. So inhaling, finding length, exhaling, just softening down a little bit. That's lovely. And just find your point, see where it'll ease off for you. But remember, we're not here to fight with ourselves, just to soften. Lovely. And then we can start making those circles again. So starting small, just getting into the hip a little bit. Really nice. Making them a little bit bigger as you go. Great. That's lovely. And just try and keep the small of your back into the mat as well, so you've got the support there. And then we're coming back to a neutral position. We're going to work the IT band on this side. So just coming through the same sequence. So inhaling, bringing the foot slightly further back towards you. Exhaling, taking it across the body to get the stretch in the IT band. Inhaling back to straight and exhaling back to a neutral leg position. Fantastic. Inhaling, bringing the foot in towards you. Exhaling, cross the body, IT band release. Inhaling back and exhaling, neutral leg. One more time. Inhaling up, exhaling, cross the body, inhaling back, and exhaling. This time you can release the foot down, bring it into your, have a little stretch out. How are you doing that?
Yeah.
Good. So you're just going to take a moment to get into the inner groin. So just having a couple of breaths in recline bound angle pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. So keeping the upper body as it is on the floor, bringing the soles of the feet together and allowing the knees to gently fall open. That's lovely. And just try and relax here. You can even bring the palms onto the belly and do some of those lovely belly breaths as we go. How are your knees here, Nat? You feeling supported?
Yep.
If you do have yoga blocks at home, you can pop a block under each knee there just to give you an extra level of support. And this is a lovely posture just to do in front of the telly, to be honest, really grounding and calming. Brilliant. Great. Couple of nice deep breaths here. And then we're just going to do one final posture to finish up. So if you'd like to straighten your legs, and I'm just going to get you to roll over so that you're on your bellies. Lovely. And if you come back up into an all fours position, we're going to find our pigeon pose. So it's often easier to come into it from downward facing dog actually. So if you pop back up into downward facing dog for me, and then extend the right leg back and out. Lovely. And then as we exhale, bringing it in towards the body. So we're going to end up with our leg in front of us at a right angle up here. So the knee is out towards the edge of the mat and the foot is just gently tucked. So exhaling that into pigeon for me, bringing the leg across. Do you know what we mean here? Lovely. That's it, and you can use your hand to help you place it. Perfect. So just making sure the knee's slightly away, that's it. And if you can keep that foot flexed for me, wonderful. Back leg's nice and straight here. And you can keep it here. You feeling that in your outer hip there, Nat?
Not yet.
Not yet. So this may be as far as you go, but if you've got a little bit more range, you can come down onto the forearms or even lie flat on your mat and just go to wherever is comfortable for you. And if you have got any knee trouble, just keep that foot flexed. It will take the pressure off the patella. And so as we're inhaling, we're still trying to find length. And as we exhale, just trying to soften down, trying to square the hips. And this is a really lovely posture for releasing the piriformis, which can get tight when you're running. And if you have any sciatica problems, releasing the piriformis is the one for you. And just breathing here. And again, if your forehead doesn't reach the ground, like Nat's does here, you can place a block underneath and just breathing. Lovely. Brilliant. And then slowly unfurling, and we can step back into downward facing dog just to stretch that out a little bit. Brilliant. Just move nice and mindfully here. Have a little stretch, and then when you're ready, inhaling the left foot up and exhaling, bringing it up front to resume our pigeon posture on this side. And again, you can use your hands to help you guide the leg across there, just setting yourself up, nice flexed front foot, knee slightly out, back leg nice and straight, relaxing down. Perfect. And you may find that on a different side, you might be a little bit more restricted, or you might have more to give. Sometimes they're a little bit different, so just explore, but just trying to straighten the hips and melt down to the floor. Lovely. Just settling in here. And then when we're ready, nice big inhalation, and as we exhale, stepping back up through downward facing dog. Gently stretching it out. And then I think we'll finish as we started in extended child's pose. If you have more time, please feel free to take a full shavasana. Otherwise, sink those hips back, nice deep breath. Be proud of yourself for taking this time to give back to your body. Good luck in any running competitions you have coming up, or just enjoy the training. Thanks for joining Nat and me. Namaste.